Honorable Chair, Vice Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen. In light of my presentation topic, Indo-Lanka Fishery Dispute, Transnational Maritime Crimes, a Threat to Traditional and Human Security, I would like to introduce you to the topic as follows. India and Sri Lanka are two neighboring states separated by a narrow strip of water called the Pork Bay and the Gulf of Mannar. These two states share many commonalities, amongst them fishing. Historically, both states engaged in fishing using traditional methods. In spite of tightened naval surveillance, almost daily apprehensions, increased fines, this remains a persistent problem. Indian fishermen and large-scale trawlers cross the IMBL into the Sri Lankan waters to engage in illegal fishing that pose threats to security. One of the grave concerns of this illegal fishing dispute is the escalation of transnationally organized crime in the guise of fishing. Even though threats are ever escalating, a solution is still pending. This study will examine the following: the problem in concern, the Indo-Lanka fishery dispute. What exactly is this problem and the issue? The concepts of security, transnationally organized crime at sea and its impact on traditional and human security, links between Indo-Lanka fishery dispute and transnationally organized crime, minimizing threats from the dispute and transnationally organized crime at sea. The research problem. Fishermen from Tamil Nadu transgressing the IMBL into Sri Lankan waters for poaching and bottom trawling is a recurrent problem, not only causing conflict between India and Sri Lankan fishermen, but also creating an alarming problem of transnationally organized crime. Objective of the study: to analyze and critically evaluate the Indo-Lanka fishery dispute in the backdrop of transnational sea crimes and its implications to traditional and human security. I have opted to follow the following methodology. Designed to examine the long-drawn fishery conflict between India and Sri Lanka and transnational sea crimes, its implications towards security at large, a problem that is not clearly defined. Therefore, I have adapted the exploratory research method. Data collection is of qualitative in nature. Interviews with various stakeholders to the fishery issue, the military as well as the civilian sector. The research will adopt a qualitative approach using interpretivist technique for data analysis, and the grounded theory will be used for data analysis. The case of Indo-Lanka fishery dispute in points which will be discussed later on. How and why does this become a controversial issue to Sri Lanka? The agreements of 1974-76, IMBA governed by UNCLOS 3, continuous transcending of Indian fishermen into Sri Lankan waters, bottom trawling, an illegal method of fishing which is now banned in Sri Lanka, a threat to security. On slide is a graphical depiction of the fishery dispute. The contested area, the demarcation of the IMBA between India and Sri Lanka, where these Indian fishermen continue to transgress the IMBL into Sri Lanka, and also some satellite shots of the number of boats crossing in at various times. Now let me get into detail with regard to Indo-Lanka fishery dispute. It has been an ongoing issue in and around Pork Bay, Pork Strait and the Gulf of Mannar and around the Kachatibu Islands. Agreements of 1974 and 1976, governed by UNCLOS 3, designates and demarcates the waters between India and Sri Lanka. In spite of the demarcation of the IMBL, Indian trawlers continue to cross over to the Sri Lankan waters for illegal bottom trawling. According to UNCLOS 3, entering into the waters of another state other than for innocent passage amounts to be illegal. Apprehensions of Indian illegal bottom trawlers and fishermen take place on a regular basis by Sri Lankan Navy. These often lead to controversial, conflicting situations between the two states if a lasting solution is not sought. Indian fishermen illegally cross the IMBL into Sri Lankan waters gives rise to situations of transnationally organized sea crime. However, given the good relations between the two states, apprehended fishermen have most often been released on goodwill. Bottom trawling has been identified as an industrial fishing method by Marine Conservation Institute. A large net with heavy weights dragged across the seabed scoops up everything in its path, targeted and non-targeted. This is gross destruction and waste of valuable marine resources. Bottom trawling is identified as a devastating method of fishing, causing long-term destruction to the marine ecosystem. Now this slide depicts the fishery dispute and the transnational sea crime. The sea region of India and Indian Ocean between India and Sri Lanka remains a controversial and a known area for transnational crime and is made worse due to illegal crossing of Indian fishermen into Sri Lankan waters. Let me define transnational crime. These are crimes that carried out by self-perpetuating associations of individuals who operate illegal activities across state borders via ground or sea for the purpose of obtaining power, influence or monetary gains illegally. They strive to protect their illegal activities through cross-border organizational structures and crime syndicates. They exploit established systems and disrupt legitimacy of state institutions, and it is a direct hit on maritime security. I have identified the following points as transnationally organized crime that affects Sri Lanka due to Indo-Lanka fishery dispute and transnationally organized sea crime. IUU fishing, maritime terrorism and ideological terrorism, drug trafficking and arms smuggling, human smuggling, smuggling of contraband and piracy. Now let us look at the transcending nature of security. Security fundamentally focuses on protection. However, various aspects of security is much more than protection. Security is a long-standing concept and has evolved and transcended over time. According to Guzan, the concept of security is a long-standing one, a contested one, and yet to be given one single definition. And according to Walter Lippmann, a nation has security when it does not have to sacrifice its legitimate interests to avoid war and is able, if challenged, to maintain that by war. Traditional security gained momentum during the Cold War, views the state as a single actor to ensure her own survival in the international system, focus on safeguarding the boundaries of state and national interest and its sovereignty. On the other hand, human security gained momentum after the Cold War and in 1994 gained its name human security. Human security is popularly identified as deepening and widening of security. It is based on physical human dignity and the development of the human being. And according to Sabrina Al-Qaeda, defines the object of human security as to safeguard the vital human core from pervasive threats in a way that it is consistent with long-term human fulfillment. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, we see that traditional security and human security are definitely not two poles, but they are two sides of the same coin. Comprehensive security is a convergence of all aspects of security to cover state and her people, advocating a shared security culture, a concept that was pioneered by the late Swedish Prime Minister Olof Palme. Components of comprehensive security is intertwined and looks into security concerns within and outside state. I have identified two poles of security that is being affected by this transnational crime associated with the Indo-Lanka fishery dispute. On the traditional side of security, I have citizen security, border security, territorial security, and sovereignty. And on the human aspect, food, livelihood, environment, and economic security. The tide is high, but Sri Lanka still keeps holding on. Turn of events and the political developments since the dispute has been going on. The government of Sri Lanka took a bold and timely stand towards the fishery problem on the 16th of July 2017 when she decided to ban bottom trawling in Sri Lanka by amendment to Section 28 of the Fisheries and Aquatic Resources Act of 1995. GOS's commitment to sustainable exploitation of the country's vital resource of fishery. Protecting the traditional fishermen's livelihood. Curbing the fishery dispute is of paramount importance in curbing transnational crime. This brings me to the analysis and conclusion of the study. This illegal fishing dispute poses serious comprehensive security concerns to Sri Lanka linked with transnational crime. Conflicts have arisen the world over scarce resources, and scarce is a fishery resource for Sri Lanka. The greater objective of this study is to prevent a probable conflict between India and Sri Lanka due to the fishery issues and control transnational sea crimes and illegal activities due to poaching. Efforts made to bring this issue under control has yielded minimal results. Thus, it is recommended that all possible options be considered not only at grassroots and stakeholder level, but also at political and strategic levels. This brings me to the end of my presentation. Following is my references. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your patient listening. And if there be any questions, kindly pose. Thank you.